Mom, please tell me the story of the innocent man in prison.
All right then, let's begin, my son. Adam never imagined that a single wrong moment could change his entire life. It was a cold evening when Adam Balgart stopped by the city bank. He had just finished a long day of work and needed cash. The street was quiet, the lights above the ATM flickered softly, and nothing felt unusual. Adam inserted his card, withdrew his money, and left without knowing that inside the bank, something terrible had already happened. That same night, a professional gang broke into the bank and stole $1 million. Cameras were disabled, alarms were silenced. The operation was clean and fast. By the time the police arrived, the thieves were gone, leaving behind confusion, panic, and a desperate need for a suspect. Adam was arrested the next morning. The police told him his face appeared near the bank at the time of the robbery. They did not listen when he explained that he was only there to use the ATM. There were no witnesses to defend him. The gang had erased most digital evidence, and Adam had no lawyer strong enough to fight the accusation. The court was quick, too quick. Adam was sentenced to 10 years in prison. When the heavy metal door of his cell closed for the first time, the sound echoed deep inside his chest. The walls were cold, scratched with old names and forgotten prayers. The air smelled of rust and despair. Adam sat on the narrow bed, his head in his hands, feeling crushed by injustice. "I am innocent," he whispered to himself, again and again. But prison does not care about truth. It only respects power and fear. From the first week, Adam became a target. Other prisoners sensed his weakness. He was quiet, educated, different. Threats came in whispers at first, then in open words. "You don't belong here," one inmate told him. "Pay or suffer," said another. Adam tried to stay invisible. He avoided fights, he kept his eyes low, but fear followed him everywhere, in the corridors, in the cafeteria, even in his sleep. Nights were the worst. Lying on his bed, staring at the ceiling, Adam's mind refused to rest. Anger slowly replaced sadness. Not anger at the prisoners, but at the system that had buried him alive for a crime he did not commit. That was when the idea entered his mind. If justice would not come to him, he would go to justice. Adam decided to escape. He knew it would not be easy. One mistake meant death or endless punishment, but staying meant losing his life piece by piece. Adam began to observe. Every day, silently, patiently, he studied the prison like a living machine. He watched guards walk their routes. He counted steps. He listened to keys, doors, whistles. He noticed patterns others ignored. Details mattered. Morning shifts were strict. Night shifts were lazy. Some guards talked too much. Others looked away too often. Adam memorized everything. Time became his greatest teacher. After weeks of observation, Adam noticed something unusual. At exactly 6 p.m. every evening, the guards changed shifts. For 5 seconds, the main corridor door was left without direct supervision. 5 seconds. It was nothing. And it was everything. The problem was clear. Even without guards, the door remained locked. Adam needed a key. Getting close to a guard was dangerous, but Adam understood human behavior. Fear made people aggressive. Chaos created opportunity. One evening, Adam started a fight. It was loud, violent, sudden. Guards rushed in. Screams filled the corridor. In the confusion, Adam was pushed against a guard. For a fraction of a second, his hand touched the guard's belt. That was enough. Later that night, in his cell, Adam opened his hand. A perfect imprint. The key's shape was pressed into a small piece of soap he had hidden earlier. Adam's heart raced. This was his chance. Using only primitive tools, a spoon, wire, and scraps of metal, Adam worked in silence for weeks. He failed many times. He burned his fingers. He almost gave up. But patience had already saved him once. Finally, the key was ready. The night of escape arrived. At 59:55 p.m., Adam stood near the corridor. His breathing was calm, but his heart screamed inside his chest. The shift change began. One guard left. Another had not arrived yet. 5 seconds. Adam moved. The key slid into the lock. 1 second. He turned it. 2 seconds. The lock clicked. 3 seconds. The door opened. 4 seconds. Adam stepped through. 5 seconds. The guards returned, but Adam was already gone. He ran through shadows, crawled through maintenance tunnels, climbed walls that tore his hands. Pain meant nothing now. Freedom was closer than fear. When Adam finally crossed the outer fence and disappeared into the night, he did not smile. He was not free yet. Instead of running far away, Adam made a dangerous choice. He returned to the place where his nightmare began, the bank. Adam knew the gang had erased the evidence, but they did not know who Adam truly was. Before prison, Adam had worked in information technology. He understood systems, backups, digital footprints. Deleting files did not always mean destroying them. Hidden in a small apartment, Adam accessed old network backups, damaged drives, forgotten servers. He worked without sleep, driven by one goal: truth. Hours turned into days. Then it happened. A fragment, a recovered log, a timestamp, then another. Slowly, the story rebuilt itself. Security data showed Adam's card used only at the ATM. Camera recovery proved he never entered the bank. Network records revealed remote access used by the gang, not Adam. The truth was alive. Adam held the evidence in his hands and felt something new: peace. He could run. He could disappear forever. But Adam believed in justice, even after everything. He walked into the police station. The officers froze when they saw him. "I escaped," Adam said calmly, "and I came back with the truth." The evidence was undeniable. Charges collapsed. The real criminals were hunted. Adam's name was cleared. When Adam walked out of the station, free and innocent, the sun felt warmer than he remembered. He was no longer a victim. He was proof that truth, even buried deep, can still be found.